Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. Americans are notorious at wasting food at restaurants, at supermarkets and farms, in our homes. But one organization in New Jersey has figured out a way to collect that food that would have been wasted to feed those who need it. Our Kimberly Kravitz has the story. Kimberly.
Each year, the average family of four throws $1,800 right in the garbage. And with the rich agriculture of the Garden State, we have an overabundance of food, which begs the question, why is hunger such an issue in New Jersey? Volunteers at the food banks of New Jersey fly through the aisles to stock food for the needy. Fulfill, the food bank of Monmouth and Ocean counties, are actively making the effort to reduce food waste.
We know that here in New Jersey, almost 1 million people are food insecure, meaning they don't have regular access to enough food to live a healthy life.
That statistic averages out to 1,200 calories per person per day, which is only enough to feed a small child.
We know that there's no shortage of food because most of the food that we have here is never eaten. One of the things we do is we make sure that no food goes to waste. So we work with many different organizations and we try to rescue that food and make sure that it goes to people who need it the most.
We waste 30 to 40% of food in the United States, and that's greater than any other country in the world. That's like buying 5 bags of groceries and leaving 2 of them here in the parking lot.
It doesn't make sense, right? Like, we have enough food, we have a lot of people who are hungry. Like, it just is a problem with the solution.
And do you think that this is just something that people are not aware of?
I think so. I know when I talk to people and talk about food waste and I say, especially I throw out the number 40% of the food we waste every year, the reaction is always the same. It's, wow, I had no idea.
So where does the food in the pantries come from? New Jersey supermarkets are a huge help to the problem, as they have donated much of their surplus foods to food banks like Fulfill.
We work with different organizations such as major retailers. Right now we're working with just about every major food retailer here in Monmouth and Ocean counties. So you've got your ShopRites, your Stop and Shops, your Costco's, your Walmarts, your Targets, your Aldi's, Foodtown, you name it. I mean, all of them are basically working with us.
The New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection told Jersey Matters, last year the state adopted a law that sets a goal of reducing food waste generated in New Jersey by 50% by the year of 2030. This goal is important because it's an estimated 30 to 40% of the food we purchase that ends up wasted and going to landfills and incinerators.
It's also an environmental problem.
Food waste accounts for up to 1/3 of the water used by agriculture in the United States. So throwing out a hamburger equals what it would take for a 90-minute shower.
When we waste food, food goes into the landfill and it decomposes anaerobically without oxygen, and that's releasing methane into the atmosphere, which is 21 times more potent than carbon dioxide. So it's also, it's an environmental issue.
Unfortunately, fresh produce being the most costly is the first food that is cut out of the diet for people that are hungry. The Food Bank of Monmouth and Ocean counties have the answer to that.
The food waste from our staff goes into our compost garden. We don't just throw it away. And the compost garden is used to fertilize our organic garden, and that creates more meals. Again, we have over 4,000 pounds of fresh produce that waste actually helps contribute to grow every single year, and that goes out again to families in need.
It's a big problem, so we need big solutions.
There are ways to help the problem beginning right in your own home. Maybe consider composting that extra food or donate your leftovers to a local food bank. It is a huge problem, but if we all play a part, we may just end up feeding the hungry. In Neptune, New Jersey, I'm Kimberly Kravitz. Stay tuned for our community calendar for events in New Jersey.
A home can be much more than just a house. But for some of our neighbors, home means uncertainty and isolation. At Rebuilding Together, we turn houses into homes and revitalize our communities. Because a neighborhood is more than just houses and streets. It's familiar faces and open arms. Join the movement to ensure everyone can live in a safe home and community. Become a rebuilder today.